I'm Mel Kiper Jr. alongside my good friend Todd McShay. Welcome to the NFL Draft Laboratory for 2011. We're going to be talking to guys who catch the football in this pass-happy NFL, wide receivers, tight ends, and you can see by this big board, a lot of underclassmen influencing the top 5 overall, Todd, but we're specifically going to go to best upside of the receivers that we see right here.
You and I both agree. A.J. Green, he's a thoroughbred. Comes out of Georgia, absolute stud. I think gets as high a grade as I've given a wide receiver since Calvin Johnson. But when you start to talk about upside in terms of the value where you can get him, I'm going to go with Leonard Hankerson from Miami. Senior Bowl, shows up, he's running better routes, he's been working at it. I think the biggest thing is his hands. They're enormous. He engulfs the football. And as a quarterback, I want to know that when I put the ball up there, someone's going to bring it down. Hankerson brings it down. I think he's going to be a great value on day 2.
You said Calvin Johnson. That's how good A.J. Green can be. To me, he's got the upside. I mean, this kid has the size, the vertical stretchability. He'll go into traffic and make the challenging catch. And when he missed those first 4 games with that suspension, they were 1-3, Georgia was. He comes back and he really uplifts that football team. Always going to be, in just about any game Georgia played, the best player on the field. He, to me, has the best upside. How about the kid with the biggest risk at the receiver positions?
You know, I'm going to go to number 3 on my board, John Baldwin. Pitt. Production's there, size is there, speed's there. He can stretch it vertically. His attitude concerns me. Not the work ethic you're looking for. Already complaining. Hey, my coaches didn't get me the ball enough. They weren't featuring me. They're hurting my draft stock. Those aren't the things you want to hear from an underclassman coming out of the college ranks. I think Jonathan Baldwin, top 5 talent, but not going to be one of the 5 top receivers, tight ends drafted in this year's class.
My risk guy, Todd, is a little bit nitpicking on my part because I really like him as a football player and I like his work ethic. But I'm going to go to Julio Jones because if you want him to be your #1 option, 2 things have to be proven out.
Right.
Number 1, he's got to be a little more consistent catching the football. He had some drops at Alabama. Then the durability concern. That long NFL season, can he hold up physically to be worthy of being the #1 guy and maybe being a mid-first round pick, maybe to the St. Louis Rams where he'll be the guy for Sam Bradford to get the ball to. How about the guy right now at the receiver positions, Todd, that's under the radar in your opinion?
I would go with Greg Salas, coming out of Hawaii, catching the football, the production, 235 catches the last 2 years. And also, you look back, NFL teams were scared to draft these wide receivers from the spread system. No longer the case. You look at all these guys, Michael Crabtree most recently, coming in the league, Devon Best as well. I think Salas is a steal in the 3rd round.
I'm going to go to Cecil Shorts, a kid out of the Division III ranks, out of Mount Union. Remember, Pierre Garcon, Indianapolis Colts, out of the same school. What I like about Shorts, he had that turf toe injury this year. Didn't affect him overall during his career. You go back when he's 100%, he's got touchdowns catching, punt returns, kickoff returns. His versatility will really help an NFL team. Obviously, Todd, we're going to tweak, we're going to move the guys around, but the receiver positions this year, tons of underclassmen. We'll see how they move forward through the draft process.